Hey YouTube, I'm back with another video. Before I start, I just want to say stay strong. Don't ever doubt yourself, okay? You're capable of anything, and God is always with you. Always. Okay, so I'm back with another video, and this video is going to be a part 3 to my God gift of perception that He have given me. Okay, so this dream slash perception, it was about my sister. I'm gonna call my sister Ra, okay? And she's my older sister. She's like a year and 5 months older than me. So like 17 months older than me. And in this dream, I'm gonna just give y'all a little bit backstory about us growing up. My sister always was very outgoing, very curious, very risk taking. She took her risk completely opposite from me. Actually, completely opposite. I was cautious. I was observant. I was logical. I sat back and I watched. And 9 times out of 10, I was introverted, So I would rather stay to myself. So that's the backstory on our relationship, growing up together. So this perception, it was a dream. And in this dream, my sister was there. My sister was there in a dream, and I wasn't exactly where she was in the dream. I wasn't like with her. I was like in the area, but I wasn't right there. And I heard the commotion. It was like this hotel in the dream. It resembled like a hotel, and it had like a guard on the outside, white guy, and he was standing there guarding the door. And I heard all this commotion, like arguing, like fights about to go down. So my first thought was, I know my sister in there, and I'm like, I know she in there with like some old friends or something like that. I just knew it was her that this commotion was coming from. So my first instinct is to go in there and see what's going on. So I go to walk up to the door, and the guard stopped me. He like, you can't go in there. And I'm like, but why not? I didn't understand, like, why can't I just go in there? He like, do you have like a room in here? Like, and I'm like, no, I know somebody in there. Like, my sister's in there. And he like, I'm sorry, you can't go in there. So I get frustrated in a dream because I'm like, damn, like anything could be happening there and I don't know, or I can't help her. So I'm frustrated and I walk away from the door and I just stand outside the door and I'm staring at the guard like, won't he let me in? And I'm staring at the building and I'm just like, I hope my sister alright. That's all I kept thinking, like, hope she's alright. Like, I'm hoping she's about to come out and, I see she's good and stuff like that. So that didn't happen. basically. I wound up waking up. But when I woke up, something, you could say instinct, God, just giving me the instinct to call my mom. So I called my mom. I said, "Hey, mom, you talk to Sheila?" And she like, "No, baby, why? You ain't call her?" And I'm like, um, "No, I just had a dream about her." And she was like, "About what?" And I started telling her the dream. And I could be mistaken whether my mom had known at the time when I called her that something was happening with my sister, or I wound up calling my sister, and I was like now I'm in the talks, like I'm hearing what's happening, and she just started telling me like, yeah, I'm outside the school, like my niece's school. She like, I'm outside of you know her daughter's school, and she like, this you remember such and such? And I'm like, who? And she like, remember we fought in like elementary, like middle school? And I'm like, no, I don't remember her. And she started telling me like, yeah, so anyway, like she basically got her daughter or her friend daughter go to that same school, so she went up there with her friend, and she somehow said something to my sister, and like she trying to bring up some old, like we were young, beef. And my sister like, that's so old, girl, like why would you try to rekindle some problems, like like really try, talk smart, or like intimidate my sister. My sister, she's not like me. She won't try to, like flee a situation. She'll approach it like it's whatever, basically. So um she wound up saying something back to the girl. They wound up having this dispute outside the school, and that's when the dream made sense to me, because I'm like, okay, that's what my you know perception was. My perception was something was happening, and I couldn't get in because that's basically like how schools be, like you can't just walk up in the elementary school. Like you gotta have somebody come to pick up, stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Like they be trying, the guards be really be trying to like stand their ground as far as protecting children. So it was secured for the children, but the adults they stood outside and they waited to see each other. My sister stood outside the school and waited to see the girl, but whole thing was they didn't let them fight, basically, because they like, that's so old, like what is the problem? No, y'all not about to fight over no old stuff like that. It's ridiculous. And so it was just arguing like, like, and so that was that perception. And so I don't know. I think I'm gonna tell the other perception that I had also, and I could just say part 3 and 4, because this is about my sister too. This perception is about my sister too. So this one is I was asleep, and in this dream I was at like one of our old houses, um right before we actually moved and separated from each other. So we like 16, 17. uh right before we separated, we all moved, and then we all, moved to where we moved to. So I'm asleep, but in a dream, we're at this house, the last house we both stayed at together, and we in the hallway. So we standing there in the hallway, and it was like gloomy, like really dark, really gloomy, like, and it was like a issue that happened between me and my sister. Like something happened and we started to argue. And I started to like leave. I'm about to leave because I'm like, I'm not arguing with you, girl. Like, please. But I look down in the hallway, and while I'm about to go down the steps, I see this snake. And it was this snake. It was black, and it was like, it was pregnant. It was like a black pregnant snake giving birth to another snake. And I know that's not how it worked, but that's how it was in my dream. And so instantly I knew something just was wrong. I just knew something was wrong. So when I woke up out this dream, I just sensed it. So I just called my sister. I'm like, hey sis, how it's going? At this time she like out Miami. Um so she like, yeah, no, somebody stole my purse, somebody stole my ID, I lost my ID, somebody stole my money. Like it was just all this shit going on. I'm like, what the fuck? Oh, excuse my language. So in my head, I'm just like, oh my gosh, like I'm like, since I just had a dream about you, like something was wrong. Um, then I did the research on, the dream, and the pregnant snakes. It just meant that it was like evil, like lurking. My sister like surrounding her, lurking around her, trying to try to find a way in so that it can, devour her, use her. And it was just like going down where she was at. And I'm just like, damn, like instantly, me, I start praying. Like, Father, you keep showing me things. You keep allowing me to see these things. You keep on allowing me to make contact whenever there's danger present, So you you're giving me the power to also pray over, the power of principalities of evil, to rebuke it, you know what I'm saying? Like, and that's what I did. So my sister, she was good after that. She got home safe to her family. And God is good. There's another perception about my sister too as well. I think I'm probably not gonna disclose that one because I do honor my sister regardless of anything. I understand that my purpose is to take it up with the Father. It's not to just deal with it with my own understanding, for I don't know all things. So I take everything that I'm given and I take it up to him, and whatever he gives back, then that's what it is. He have the last say. At the first say, it's all up to him. So I'm not gonna say the last one. I was, but I'm not, because yeah, I know what I have to do with that one. But those were the two perceptions about my sister, Ra, and yes, y'all be bold, y'all be blessed, and y'all be absolutely beautiful Israelites. I love y'all, brothers and sisters. Peace.